Well, hello fellow crafters, Janine here, and today I'm going to be showing you a couple of playtime activities for toddlers. Now these are not my own original ideas. I did surf Pinterest. I had my granddaughter visiting, and we have a lot of toys and things for her to do, but sometimes she just gets bored with those things. And as I am a creative and artistic person, I like to pass those types of activities along to her. So I searched Pinterest for toddler activities, and I am going to link the pins below that I got these ideas from, but I'm going to show you how I put them together based on what I had in my craft room. So I didn't go out and buy anything. I'm using just what I have on hand. Okay, the first activity we're going to do is going to be a painting activity, but it's going to be a mess-free painting activity. Hopefully, we'll see how it works out. So I've got a gallon-sized Ziploc bag here, and I've got a pad of Canson XL acrylic paper, and I am going to have to cut it down so that it'll fit inside the bag. But I was trying to get a piece of paper that kind of filled the space up, and this is going to have to work. It's going to have to be close enough. So I think I'm going to have to take about 1.5 inches off from it. And it is 12 inches, so I'm going to have to cut it down to, I guess, about, let me try 11 inches. I'm doing 11 inches first and see how that works. That's just a little long, so I'm going to take just a little extra off. And that was probably about 1/4 inch. Alright, that works. It sits below. The thing is that it's not interrupting the zipper function of the gallon-sized Ziploc bag at all. So I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece of that acrylic paper down. Okay, and what I have here is just some craft acrylic paint. This is bright yellow, admiral blue, and cardinal red. So just the primary colors, nothing overly complicated, but we're not going to put all 3 primary colors in each bag because, as you know, when you mix all 3 primary colors together, you get mud, and we don't want our precious little angels to paint mud. So I'm just going to put a couple of squeezes of 2 of the primary colors in each baggie, and I am going to video her actually painting, but I'm going to put a pretty good sized dollops in here. And it's going to be kind of like finger painting, except everything is going to stay inside the bag. Alright, so that is bag number 1 with a little red and blue. And I just zippered that shut. I'll move that aside, and for bag number 2, I think I'm going to do yellow and red. And so the idea is, and like I said, I'm going to video her playing with it, is that she'll be pushing the paint around with her fingers and making something with it. I mean, she's 2, so she's not going to make a masterpiece, but I feel like this is going to be fun, but it's going to be fun in a fairly neat way that we won't make a mess. Oh no, I think this acrylic paint was a little old. Let me shake it up. Well, that one's going to be a little bit messy, but that's okay. Again, she's 2. But do try to work with fresh paints. Shame on me. And you do have to put down pretty good sized blobs for them to be able to move the paint around sufficiently. Alright, so those 2 bags are ready to go. Oh, and this is the part that's important too. And you don't have to do this, but I think it will make it easier for them, because if they're trying to move paint around and they're pushing and it keeps pushing away from them, it's going to be frustrating. So the instructions on the Pinterest was to tape the bag down to your surface. So I am going to do that. I'm just going to use plain old masking tape, and I'm going to tape these bags down to my table. I don't know why I cannot think of words lately. So that is art project number 1. Art project number 2 again, is gonna involve masking tape, and it's also gonna involve contact paper. And what I'm gonna do is just cut off, probably I would say about an 18 to 12 inch, give or take, not exact measurements here, however wide my contact paper is, and then just roll out, you know, a length of it. And I'm going to take the paper backing off from it, and I'm going to tape it, again using the masking tape, onto my kitchen door with the sticky side facing out. And then I've just grabbed some different things, and the idea is to put some different items into a bowl. So I'm going to put maybe a few beads in there. I've got some letters that I resin cast that I had no purpose for, so I might see if I had, well, there's some numbers in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the numbers. Her name starts with an E, so I'm going to put that in there. A few sequins. Again, not going to go too crazy because she is only 2, and this is probably something I'm going to be sweeping a lot of off of the kitchen floor. And I like these little party looking sequins, or confetti, or whatever you want to call them. So I'll put a little bit of that in there. And here's some that has presents. So anyway, the idea is that she's going to make her own collage, but it's going to be really, really easy for her to do because the contact paper, again, the sticky side's going to be facing her, so pretty much anything she touches to that contact paper is going to stick. So here's a few heart sequins to put in there. I'm just kind of going through my accessory stash and seeing what I have that would be fun and interesting to her. And the other thing I'm going to do is take some of my leftover fun foam bits, and I'm just simply going to cut some shapes out for her. So we'll have squares. We've already got some circles. They might be kind of big. I might need to cut them down. But you get the idea. Is just to have a menagerie of things, all different sorts of things, that she can stick to that contact paper and make her own collage. Okay, so you can see here we've got her finger painting station all set up. So when she gets up from her nap and has had her snack, we'll be ready to get right into finger painting. And I can already see one little mistake I made, but it's not a big deal. You see on this gallon size bag, the place where you would write the contents of the bag, I put that on the upside. Wished I'd put it on the underneath side like I did on this one, but that is okay. So finger painting station is ready to go. You can see I just got everything taped down to the table, and I did some extra security here where the zipper openings are, just to give a little extra security that paint's not going to come out of there. Okay, this might be a little bit more difficult to see, but the clear contact paper is masked to the door, and the sticky side is facing out. And I have her little bowl of goodies that she can use to put on her artwork. I had some stickers that she can use of various sorts. I just cut out some little pieces of pretty decorative paper that I had, if I can pick it up, that she can use. Of course, the shapes that I cut out, some pieces of ribbon, of course the sequins, the beads. So she's just got a whole menagerie of things in there that she can use to make her collage picture. So, and the other thing I didn't note, when it's done, when she's got her collage made, I can use another piece of contact paper, of course putting sticky sides together, to seal everything up, so she'll have something she can take home with her. So now all we have to do is wait for her to wake up from her nap, and we can have arts and crafts time. So it didn't take my sweet little granddaughter long to figure out the point here of pushing the paint around And we haven't gotten to where they're quite blended yet, but she's well on her way and she's enjoying it. And I'm sorry I'm not showing you her face because her parents would prefer I don't, but that's okay. Are you having fun painting, baby? Are you having fun painting? You like finger painting? You're not going to talk to me? Are you being camera shy? That's okay. Can you show Grammy how you push the paint? Push the paint together. See how that works? There you go. Now I think the only mistake I made is probably a lot more paint just for it to be able to move kind of fluidly around easily. But for the most part, we're being able to get the paint moving around. I think she might still just be a little sleepy, just got up from her nap. Did you like finger painting? Stacey, after a little time of moving the paint around, we finally started getting some mixes, and she had fun. She was really amazed at like pushing the paint around, and then she would look at her fingers and see there wasn't any paint on it, and she thought that was a little weird. But I thought it was pretty spectacular. I think another good tip, too, would have been to use actual finger paints. And honestly, I guess if I had read the blog post thoroughly, that probably was in there. But that's okay. You can see it's banana snack time now. We had a little art time, so now it's banana snack time. But anyway, or maybe even watering down these acrylics would have helped a lot more. A lot more of them, and then kind of watered down, I think, would have made it easier for us to put, you know, finger marks in them, I guess, is the best thing I can think of to describe it. So it didn't take us long to figure out picking something out of the bowl. She picked that up pretty quick, and that she can walk over there and stick it onto the door where the sticky paper is.
Stick in the blue. Stick in the blue.
Sticking the blue one on.
And the stars.
And the star, that's right. I think this activity is going over a little bit better than the painting one did. I think the painting one was a bust. I do think maybe the acrylic paper was a mistake, because once the paints start to soak into it, they just don't move around. So I think just doing it without paper at all, of course you don't have something at the end that you can, you know, take out of the plastic and hang up the baby's art project, but I think the paint would have just, you know, moved around in the plastic bag on its own without the paper in there, or to have used finger paint paper and actual finger paints would have been more successful. But she's really enjoying pulling things out of her little bucket and sticking them on here. She picked this activity up a lot faster. Once she was done making her collage, I simply put another piece of clear contact paper over it to secure everything in. All in all, this was a really great time. She had a lot of fun, and after all, that was the whole idea, was to entertain her for a period of time. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these ideas for toddler crafts. As always, you have a very blessed day. Bye now.